男士Leo Lisbonda，要嘛，跟上你嘅教。
Yum.
Missy good.
Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's Planet Coaster stream. Bit of an odd one because it's on a Monday and not our usual Wednesday slot. I'm sorry about that. Oh, you probably can't even hear me. Maybe. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me because I've unticked the box. Ah yeah, the game. Can anybody hear me? Probably. Good. Well, that is good news. So yes, it's Monday, which is weird. And there's a delay. So everyone's saying hello, but I still don't know if you can say, hello, we can hear you. Which you all seem to. Yes, we can hear you. Great. So, yeah, it's Monday. Bit of an odd day for us because we don't usually do streams in the evening on a Monday. But as we had scheduled in this live stream last Wednesday, we had a little emergency that meant we had to cancel very last minute. I'm sorry to my guests who will join me very soon. And I believe is it called the Bro Nation? I think the Bro Nation here. Who am I? I am community manager here at Frontier Developments. My name is Will. What happened to Ed and Bo and everyone else for these live shows? So Bo is doing things behind the scenes at the moment, and Ed was away on holiday, so I'm standing in Lorenzo. That's why you see me a little bit more than the others. Good, you can all hear me. So if you're tuning in for the first time to a Planet Coaster live stream, or you're unfamiliar what we do on these live streams, sometimes we play the game, sometimes we invite developer guests, and then sometimes we also bring some community members on to talk about all their cool creations, and that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Sound off? No, I don't believe it. It's a trick. But yes, there you are, Bro Nation. Oh my goodness, there's loads of Bro Nation people. Anyway, welcome. Right, shall we just jump into it? I'm joined tonight by two guests, not one, two. Mike Sheets and I'm going to call him John, but the MaskedBandit102. Hi guys, you are allowed to unmute yourselves now and say hello.
Finally. Hi.
Really? Hi.
Best
Wait,
introduction.
how long you been planning that one?
I've been holding my breath for like 5 minutes now.
Oh, you could have just pressed the mute button.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. Well, anyway, hi. I'm John.
Hi, guys.
Or Mass Bandit.
And I'm
Hi,
Mike.
John. Hi, Mike.
N7.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. You are right. So you are self-titled. Earlier you said we're the bros of Bro Coaster. Can you explain? Can you explain what that means?
Want to take that one, John?
Well, the two of us have known each other for like 10 years. We started learning about each other in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and we started chatting, and one of those magical online friendships grew. And once Planet Coaster came out, we realized we had never collaborated at all. So we decided to go ahead and do that and start a park. And we called it Bro Coaster. Mm-hmm. And things kind of spiraled wildly out of control. And now we have as you can see in your poor chat, we have an entire community. Hibernation.
Hibernation.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. You get to enjoy this. Awesome, guys. I'm glad they're here representing you and supporting you. That's a pretty cool community of people.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
So tonight's live stream is all about showing the wonderful and amazing creations that our community, like you guys, create. Usually it's been a selection of workshop items, but we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be looking at No Name Landia. No Name Landia. So can you guys, before I show this, before we get into you're going to give me a park tour, basically. Can you explain to everyone else out there what No Name Landia is? Some are already familiar, I'm pretty sure, with it, but let's just go and summarize what it is.
Mike, it's your turn.
No Name Landia is when we first got into Planet Coaster and the Planet Coaster community, we noticed that there was a huge tilt towards more fantasy builds and stuff like that, and we felt like we wanted to try something more realistic. Like if you could walk through Google Street View and see those buildings and see how boring they are, well, that would be fun to actually put into a park and get as close to realism as possible. We didn't realize at the time that it would get as real as it did, but we also, John and I weren't necessarily as detail oriented as the people we inevitably brought on. that changed the park for the better.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is a collaboration between many?
Yes, many. We started it, and I think at about episode 10, we're pushing episode 40 now. At episode 10, we brought our first guest on, and we've had 7 of us build in the park. Yeah.
Awesome. How do you go about doing that as a collaboration piece? Do you all have a slot to work on it? How does it work?
Mike is kind of the grand puzzle designer.
Okay. You even have your own titles. It's
yeah, it started with just the 2 of us, and just building whatever we wanted, wherever we wanted. And for the first few guests, that was it too. It's like, hey, we think maybe this idea would be cool in this part of the park, or go do something over here. We really don't care. Do what you want. And then they did that. And then as we progressed and started filling up the park, it was, okay, now we need these specific things done. And so these people, once they are a guest with us, they help out usually more than once. So it's now a full team effort where people will just jump in. We share the file between us. People will jump in and just add to it as they see fit.
One of the running gags that we have on Bro Coaster and just in this park in general is that somebody will build something and it looks awesome, but to me it's in the wrong place because I can put things together in more of a macro view, and so they all think that I'm being mean, but in reality I'm just trying to piece the park together in the right way.
Well, Silverette says the real way it works is you get invited, then you build stuff, and Mike deletes everything you've built.
Yep, that's basically how it works. No, to be fair, Mike rearranges everything. Very rarely does he actually delete
piece
everything.
by piece.
That's right.
Awesome. We're gonna see it. I just have one more question. We'll have questions throughout, and if anyone in the chat has questions, make sure you field them. But how long has it taken you so far? It's not finished, right?
We are very close to being finished. What did I miss?
No, it's just
we said we'll be doing this for about a year, and we are approaching 2 years. In 2 months, it'll be 2 years. We started in November when the game launched.
When Planet Coaster
long
turns
overdue,
2,
guys.
No Name Landia might be done.
Yeah, and so then what happens is each time you guys release a new set, we have to go in and change a whole bunch of stuff. So
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
You've
happens.
got to keep it current, right? So
yeah.
But eventually, people will be able to kind of view this for themselves, right? You'll put it out there.
Yeah, that's the goal.
As long as they can, yeah. It really comes down to your computer rig because it's a big park. It's unapologetically a big park.
Word of warning: we're on a really beastie machine, and even it can be a little bit jittery. So have patience, please, everybody. But let's jump into it. Let's go ahead.
All right.
Hopefully, I've put this in a spot that you'll appreciate, which I think is pretty.
I'll tell you in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, we're on quite a delay.
You're right.
Drum roll.
It's not a fancy view of it. I'll be honest. It's like a highway.
Guys,
Someone
Nagali's
asked how
not
long-
being shown tonight. Jeez.
Someone asked how long does it take to load the file? For our computers, about 5-7 minutes, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for this one it was about the same. It took a while. So if it crashes, we're gonna have a 5-minute interlude.
Yay.
Hey, look at that! Awesome.
There you
So
go.
That's an awesome place to start, actually.
Yeah, actually.
Very good. So
So you guys are gonna have to run me through this because I have had a chance to kind of look around, but I kind of wanted to wait for you guys to show me where to go.
Okay.
So I don't know how you want to do this. If there's a specific spot, or we just go.
You're gonna want to take exit 79.
Right, let's take
Sorry.
that. Let's take that. Let's just have a look at this
that was
highway.
Yeah, this is all brand new. All the stuff that you are currently looking at didn't exist before last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the most recent version of the park, and
This is more Wings and Strings awesomeness. The guy that did our entire rail line and all the culverts and everything. He's a freak of infrastructure, and this is awesome.
he's also the one that made the artwork.
Yes.
This is.
on Twitter.
I don't feel like I'm in a game where you build theme parks because this just looks like a highway.
Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Which is
City
that is a
Builder
good
sim,
thing.
right?
Yeah. So we're going down here, and then we're gonna. Oh, look at this. There's a gas station.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
look at
like I
that.
said, this is all. I really haven't actually seen most of this, so I'm kind of excited too.
This looks like a gas station. I mean, that's the point, right? But there's we were speaking a little bit about before how it's focused on a realism. So
Yeah,
sorry,
I think
John,
I think there might be no spawn points aren't there. Wings is really good. He hid spawn points once we get into the actual parking lot. There are spawn points in there. So yeah, just again, I haven't seen this before yet, so I know Mike has.
what do you
right?
think of it?
I think
It's
well, I mean,
insane.
it looks like a chevron, like. But here's one of the little detail things: the little red curving, the
Yeah.
little red on the curbs. Like that's
Oh,
such a
geez.
little tiny detail, but you don't notice it until you notice it, kind of a thing.
Yeah, this is-
Probably my favorite thing that he's done in here are these awesome billboards. Like if you go to the Cedar Point one, it's completely snarky. It's totally within our sense of humor.
It's good. I like it. It's good. And again, looks very realistic. All of
But
this.
yeah, this is the outside. So all
Yeah,
these
this isn't
roads
even the
connect
actual
up to a
park.
backstage, and he's insane. He's insane in a good way. Let's say
Yes, I agree. Yeah,
There's a lot going on. Even these little sort of, well, what is it? Like a cabin and storage place.
yeah. There's tons of like,
This is good.
offices and just trailers and just random stuff. I think a lot of his inspiration was Knott's Berry Park, Knott's Berry Farm.
Yes, Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. Let's get back on track because
All right.
This is not where we need. Whoa.
Yeah, you should.
Whoa. Right. We've got a massive car park.
Yes.
Yes.
Again, that's something he did. He went into scenario editor and really opened up the whole thing, and said we need a proper. If we were going this far into detail, we need a proper parking lot. So
Yeah. You've got disabled parking there, which is a very nice touch, and then the buses over there.
Oh, is the car with the boot still there?
Yeah, we have a
Look in the
jerk
disabled
that,
lot. Yeah, because I'm on the delay. I don't know where you're looking. So see if in the disabled lot spots there's a car with a boot because it doesn't have its plates. I hope he left that in. Otherwise, it's gonna be
where
awkward.
is this?
It would be at the very, very front of the parking lot near the entrance, which is sort of by. Well, it's hard because, like I said, we're
You're on the delay slide. I'm just flying around, so
okay.
you could say stop, and I've already flown past it.
Right, exactly. Well, if you go to the entrance, there's if you can find the park entrance, no name. That's the no name Landia sign.
Yeah, I'm on the car park.
Yeah, if you go up towards the red brick building, which is the theater, you should see it. Doesn't matter. If we don't find it, it's okay.
Oh, hang on. So we've got. Oh my God, so great.
Yes, that's our slogan.
I feel like you guys need to hire a kind of PR guy for this.
The funny thing about that is that when we first started this park and you guys had released that Alpha 1 video that had all these awesome things that people were making, like the Colosseum and these beautiful temples and all this cool stuff. And then we were geeking out over the fact that we could build concrete pads, and we were like, oh my gosh, it's so great.
And now that is our tagline. And actually, we have our Twitter. We do an "Oh my God, so great" where we highlight people from our little Discord server. And it's called the "Oh my God, so great." So
there's a lot of nice synergy going on with all of these little in-jokes becoming this huge community. I think it's awesome that Planet Coaster has helped foster that. But by the way, guys,
absolutely.
I found it, which is
there we go. Yeah.
There it is. Yep.
this looks great. There's even tickets by the looks of it on it.
Yeah.
Multiple tickets. Yeah. So
He's
we
been
don't
there
really
a
know
while.
what happened to this guy. I don't know if he's in the park and he's alive or
Just enjoying.
in the forest somewhere. I don't know.
Are there some stories to be had with some of the material?
No,
here?
Wings is a wild man. He just said, "I'm going to do this because it's funny and interesting," and so he did.
Yeah.
Just because, like, when you think about like this park is more like a model railroad in that you have these little vignettes, these little scenes, and so this, if you look close enough, you'll see lots of things like this throughout the park.
Well, I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to show me all the best ones.
If I can remember all of them. Jeez, this park is just a giant inside joke.
So I think we're at the park now. This looks
Possibly.
like it.
Yeah, when we get there.
Maybe across the ocean here, it's a longer delay.
All right, I think you found your way. Yeah.
So I'm going to go in, and then you're going to tell me where to go from there.
Alrighty. This actually entrance area is the one thing that has really not changed much since like episode 4 or 5. It's withstood our many edits.
Right.
And it still feels, it doesn't feel kind of old. It feels as it matches the rest of the park. I don't know if you see that the same way I do.
Yeah, we actually based it off of Holiday World. Which is a wonderfully jank park in I don't even remember what state it's in. Indiana?
Yeah, it's in
Santa Claus,
Santa Claus, Indiana.
Yeah.
They have a couple really good coasters there, but like their entrance area is stripped down from what we have. It's just tarmac and nothing else. And tarmac and fence. So that was our starting point, and we've actually kind of grown and made it look a lot nicer.
Right, let's go in now. I think there's a secondary entrance.
There might be, yeah.
Now we're in, and we just have some janitors. I think we've turned off the guests just to keep things from...
Yes.
That's probably
keep
smart,
the new PC
very, very
from
smart.
blowing up.
Yeah. So the first area that we want to show you around is our first guest area, which was around the log flume.
So once you're in the park, head to the left, and you should see the log flume.
Okay. I'm going to zoom around here. I see the first aid.
Okay.
And I'm going to pass that, I think, right? And there's Chief Beef. And
And you're going to head a little bit to the right
Viper,
and down the stairs.
Yeah.
I've definitely gone the wrong way, but that's okay.
You didn't grab your park map. Yeah, it was. We've never had to direct someone around before.
Yeah.
I found it, I think. So I've got to take it all in. There's so much going on here. There's so much happening.
Right. There are. If you just stop and there are so many little tiny details throughout.
I say this a lot, but this is amazing.
You could say it's oh my god, so great.
Oh my god, so great! Right, there's the Viper. Is that the right? No.
No, you're in the area
You're in
now.
the right area.
Yeah, you're in the right area now. So it's where all these buildings are and stuff. So.
Okay. So you just guide me when it catches up.
All right.
Otherwise, I'm just going to stare at stuff.
Well, you're at the
You
little
appear to be
fountain
in the
that
right
you're at.
area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you head straight, nope.
You're saying no, but now I'm already moving, I think, to where you want me to go. I love it.
Probably.
I
It's
think I
okay.
found it. I'm sure I found it.
But
Also,
this
I've
whole
noticed
area
all
that
of our
you're in-
staff has quit too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, don't we? Who needs staff? We don't need staff.
But this whole area, all the shops and everything, were created by CTRS Industries or CTRS IND. His name is Ryan. He was our very first guest. He's another guy from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 days. And he is the one that really put this park in high gear when it comes to details.
Yeah.
So all these buildings around this area are his, and the log flume is his. He actually, I think he actually worked on a log flume in a theme park before. So
Oh
he's,
wow,
yes.
okay.
yeah, he's kind of an
The
expert
operation.
at it. Yeah.
First-hand experience, sort of working on this stuff. Okay, I'm at Boulder Creek Logging Co. I guess that's the one, right?
Yeah, this whole area you've been walking through though, with big tall trees and this kind of rustic architecture. That's all. This is all Ryan's work. And somewhere in this area, and I don't know how to tell you to get there, there's the popcorn cart where we talked about before we started, where he's got the rubber mat and all that.
Okay, let's try and... I'm looking at the bins and the boxes behind the shop at the minute,
Yeah.
which shouldn't be that fascinating, but
See, it's the tiny
backstage stuff
details
is
that-
great, though.
Yeah.
yeah, I love it. I love how realistic it looks, and yeah, that's what it looks like at the behind all of the pretty theme park scenes. Okay, I found the popcorn. I
Yeah,
think
if you zoom in, you'll see.
that's lemonade.
Oh, no, pucker up. That's from our friend Ruble Trillion,
Let's
who's
go take a
another
look.
person that's worked on this park. So,
Pucker
yeah,
up
and that you're just
lemonade.
now for me at the backstage area. So,
But I'm trying to find the popcorn. So from here, where am I? Oh, hang on. I found it.
So
Which you will see in a minute.
In our episode when we had Ryan on, we did a counter for all the stupid little details that were awesome, and by the time we got to the popcorn cart, it was just going ding 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 because there's a rubber mat and there's like this little electrical plug, things that nobody was doing at the time, things that I didn't even consider the pieces, could be that granular and to make it look that cool.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm not around the backside of this yet, but the front looks nice. The cold drinks is.
It looks like a piece that you would just plop down. It looks like a scenery piece. I mean, the baubles for the cold drinks and all that. I mean, yeah.
Oh my God, this is good. But you don't know what I'm talking about yet, but you will very soon. And I'm gonna let it catch up. I think you already know what I'm looking. But when it catches up. You have no idea what I'm looking at, which is what's kind of great about this. Because I'm watching the stream where it's still super behind.
There it is. Rubber mat. Ding.
This is like such great detail that you would never think, I think, to build normally when you're playing and building all these beautiful, awesome creations.
Right.
There's a sea of "oh my God, so great's" going off now. That's your lot, I think.
That's the really cool thing about Planet Coaster is that it is basically, we've equated it to digital Legos, and the pieces are so usable in any other application. You can do freaking amazing things.
Yeah, it's the scope with which you could build, because like we said, there's so many great fantasy pieces, or just these these over the top gorgeous things. Yeah. Or then you can build a little protective cover for your for your popcorn stands. But that was the minute where we did we need to up our game here if we want to get. So, we can't have just this be the end of this. We need to.
So you've got. Did that make you? Having that there, did that make you go back and look at other areas in the park which you had to kind of think, well, if the popcorn cart has that amount of detail, we need that detail everywhere?
Yeah, well, luckily
oh my God. We're on the same brainwave right here.
Him being the first guest, he went back, and because everything we had built was up until everything you walked through, we had built up until this point. And so he actually went back and did it all for us. And then it was like we just had to maintain standard at that point.
This is awesome. So where are we going from here? Where are we going?
We could go under that bridge by the popcorn stall, under the train bridge.
Okay, and the train's passing, which is nice.
Excellent. So we can head towards a little area called Choo-Choopolis. And when you're there, there should be a huge structure. A huge building that is the train museum. That would probably be a good place to
This looks
meet up. We'll meet up there.
John, it's legit creepy that we were about to say the exact same thing.
Well, like I said, there's a reason we're with Rose. I mean,
yeah,
like a long-time married couple, says Dr.
Maybe change that. Yeah, maybe you want to change the bros to long-time married couple who finish each other's sentences. Maybe it works. I'm at the train museum, and I'm just getting there now on the stream, so you should be able to see where I am now.
Yeah, so this is I built the train shed and train museum, and this was something we wanted to do again for Wings and Strings. What we did is once Ryan built his little area, Mike and I went back and talked about the lore of the park, and we decided that this park is rooted in railroad history. So we went on the workshop to find awesome train things, and that's how we found Wings and Strings. And so we built some stuff for his engines, but his engines are built to real scale. So most of them are way too huge. So he actually contacted me and offered to make some custom things for us. And that's how we got in touch with him. So this is kind of a two-prong. It's to establish the park's railroad history and to say thanks to Wings and Strings. So.
Oh, well, thanks, Wings and Strings. And look at this. These, you can't see them yet, but the little carts. Sorry, Mike, you were going to say something and I cut you off.
No, that's all right. That's all right. And he had ended up giving us the favor of coming on the park, redoing our rail system, and then he made that beautiful painting. I mean, I commissioned it, but he went all in on it, and he put in details that it's shocking, like how much work was put into that painting.
We're like 26 minutes in now, and I think there's still so much to uncover.
Oh yeah, in an hour we probably aren't going to get through.
I love these mine carts, but yeah, this looks great.
Let's jump to Southside then.
Okay,
right,
so that's the last area way in the back, where the Eurofighter is, and where the hypercoaster station named Vengeance. That's Southside.
Okay, I need to find where I am. Is it the yellow? Is it the yellow coast? There's a lot of coasters.
No, it's a black Intamin hypercoaster. It's the tallest.
It's the tallest in the park.
Yeah.
If you are looking towards the lake as the land goes down, that's the area of Southside.
Okay, I think I see it. Is this it? I believe so, but I guess
It's the area. It's hard to orient yourself once you get lost in it.
Yeah.
It's the area by all the giant backstage things.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
The area
Yes,
surrounded
okay.
by all the giant backstage things.
Okay, I am there, and I'm at the sort of shopping plaza bit, but I can see it, I think, in the distance slightly. So, trying to find the entrance. This is amazing.
Yeah, you're getting there eventually.
Is it Bear Creek Depot?
That's a little bit further away. You're gonna want to head towards the big block of backstage buildings.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I see.
And then just the red Eurofighter is a good place. The Rickety Cricket is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just at some storage places now.
You go wherever you want. You just got to give us room. Oh yeah, whatever you want to
Rickety
know
Cricket,
about
I found
anything.
it. I found it.
All right. It's funny as it's just crawling around the park.
Look at all this park.
Yeah, there's just so much to see. I kind of can't wait for people to
DJ Fudge.
down. Yeah.
Lorenzo asked, "Is there a dark ride?" No, we do not have
No.
a dark
Dark
ride.
rides.
Nope. Could not do it this one. All right, there we are. Woo!
Right, we're here.
Yay!
Oh no! Oh wait, I thought it crashed for a second. That would have been bad.
All right. Oh gosh. So this whole area is mostly Mineral Junction, another one of our good buddies. So he did a lot of this work, and Mike did all the custom lighting for Rickety Cricket.
Mm-hmm. So if you
Shall
click it
we-
tonight, you'll
Yeah,
see.
let's go tonight and see.
And the sound! If you could get, Mike did a whole bunch of custom audio loops.
Yeah, it didn't seem to play, unfortunately.
Oh,
I
if we didn't,
didn't
then we
give
didn't
him
send
any
it.
of the custom
Yeah.
There we
loops
go.
because they would have been copyrighted.
Look at this though. This is really nice.
So that sign, Rickety Cricket, that was another Wings. Beautiful. Like all of these signs are they're art shapes. They're not billboards.
So let's
Everything
go and
that
take
you're
a look
seeing
at
in the
that.
park.
Yeah,
go
each
get
one of
closer.
those signs are hundreds of individual pieces.
Oh yeah, when you get close, the illusion is revealed.
How many
That's
hours?
amazing.
Max asked how many hours we have in PC. I know 1,000.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Now, like, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but are you guys only working on this, or are there other things you're doing as well?
Actually, Bandit just finished.
I just released the park yesterday.
Okay, great.
It's called Surfside Pleasure Pier. It was actually, I started it the day Vintage came out, and I just finished it yesterday. And it's not nearly as vintagey as I thought it was going to be.
No. It ended up being more contemporary Texan boardwalk.
This is real nice, and I'm going to check that one out. We might have to get you back on many streams for this.
Woo.
Because I feel like there's a huge collection we could really delve into.
Bro Nation is filled with really awesome parks.
Yeah, there are.
So-
Yeah, because the people on our community tend to gravitate towards this style of build, this hyper focused, hyper detailed. Now, part count is not all that great, but
But the details, there's something really nice about that. It looks like you've taken a lot of time to focus and hone in on those.
Yeah.
And make it really feel like it's a snapshot of a real place.
Did the park legitimately crash?
No, we're all good.
Okay, all right.
I'm just cycling around very slowly.
Okay,
okay.
It's paused on our end.
It's looking at that awesome Eurofighter.
Yeah.
How do you stay inspired for something like this? This must take a lot of creative energy to continually think of adding things here and there. How do you stay inspired for that?
To be frank, that's why we have a bunch of other people working on it with us. Because the two of us would have probably burnt out several times. That's why it's taken us
on our
2
own
years.
projects, yeah.
But researching real parks, things we like in real parks, we'll go and we'll emulate it as best we can. And same with all the guys that help us out. They do the same thing. They say, hey, look at this structure in this park. Let's put it in Landia. It's like, yeah, sure, let's go do that.
And towards the end, it's been more of the challenge of trying to make Planet Coaster uglier than the aesthetic normally is. So trying to do more things that look like real parks, which sometimes are shameful. Shame. But you know, like where you can see like entire backlots, or you can see
even just like paths in disrepair that we have to go and manually put down little pieces on top of the paths to make them look not as pristine. So but those are all what we're considering.
Sorry, what can you see at the background? Because I'm getting
completely paused.
Yeah, completely paused.
Okay. Because I'm looking at that now, I'm like, why is that not moving on my streaming screen?
Well, there you go. There's your one thing you said was going to happen.
Hey, I warned these guys.
We broke the stream.
Why is it doing that? I don't even. Why?
So the game is running, but the capture just stopped.
It seems so.
That's really odd.
Right, I'm gonna break the stream for like two minutes, 2 seconds.
Alrighty.
So bear with me, everybody, for just a second, and I'm gonna restart OBS.
Plug other people's works. Jubilee Gardens by Ruble Trillions and Commando Santa. Fantasyland by Mineral.
Wait, Mike, because I'm going to actually cut the stream off and restart OBS and see if that works. So 1 second, guys. I'm really sorry about this.